the fight contractually had to take place sometime in July, and there was a provision for a postponement into October. And then Fury agreed that he would do the fight on December 19th. Why December 19th? Because our big, beautiful, new couple of $1 billion stadium that's been built in Las Vegas, where our football team, the Las Vegas Raiders, play, would be available, and we could get permission to do it for 10 to 15,000 people. The networks, Wilder's network, Fox, and our network, ESPN, that we're going to distribute the pay-per-view, said, hey, you can't go December 19th because there are 5 college football championships. They're huge on that day, and 2 NFL games, which are like the equivalent here of your Premier League games, on the same day. So, how much television can people watch? And, are they going to pay money to watch a fight when they have all these great football games? So we couldn't go December 19th. And then we realized we couldn't go any other time in December. And Fox and EA gave us 2 dates, possible date, one at the end of January and one at the end of February. And when I discussed it with Tyson, he said, look, I've been training hard. I have to fight by the end of the year. So we arranged for Frank Queensberry to put him in with a top 15 guy in the BC ratings. We'll do that fight December 5. And then if Joshua beats Pulev, then next year, sometime by the late spring, we can have them match against each other, which is the fight that everybody on both sides of the pond wants to see. So unfortunately for Wilder, Tyson is not under contract to fight him anymore. And so he's another victim of the pandemic.
Welcome to another edition of IMO Sports with Pedro Justice. By now, you've heard the news that the contract expired and all of this. If you heard the Bob Arum interview, he's on here saying Bob Arum on Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. We're all set with that. It's a 50-50 deal. Let the two guys have their December fights. Give me a break. So it's easy to make a fight with Anthony Joshua, but you're having a hard time with making the third fight with Deontay Wilder. And why is that? Because Tyson Fury did not want to wait because Fox and ESPN said, hey, we have football games happening on the 19th, and Errol's already has a date in December, so we're going to have to move it to January or February. And guess what? Tyson Fury did not want to wait any longer, so he wants to fight. So Deontay Wilder has nothing to do with the third fight not happening. It's all on Team Fury and Bob Arum. Bob Arum stated, Tyson's UK homecoming opponent on December 5th will be one of the following 5 heavyweights. Guess who it's not going to be? FA, they're not going to pick him. It's going to be either Oscar Rivas or Charles Martin or Michael Hunter, something like that, or the other guy. It doesn't make sense. This seems crazy to me. If I was Team Wilder, I would definitely get the lawyers involved in this. There's no way the contract time expired. With a pandemic happening, could we not get an extension because of the pandemic and what it has caused in this country? With everything with sports trying to combine and compact everything in a condensed schedule, this boxing match is something that we want to see. But Team Fury and Bob Arum and Frank Warren, they don't want it to happen because they've already had a fight with Anthony Joshua in the works the whole time. So to me, this sounds like collusion, because you should not already have something in the works when you have a fight on contract already. So to me, this seems like collusion. If I was Team Wilder, I would definitely bring this up. I would not just stand here and just let this happen, because what happens if Anthony Joshua wins or Tyson Fury? Do they ever want to fight Deontay Wilder again? I mean, what happened in the last fight needs to be under investigation, and not for the reasons people have put out there. Hopefully I can get past this YouTube situation so you can see the video that I have about the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder second fight. But I think I'll have to do another a plan on my website to get everything out like I want it. But beyond that, besides that, Team Wilder has never said they didn't want the third fight. They wanted to fight in July, but because of the pandemic, they've had to change things around. We've seen on social media for months, for the most of this year, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury set in stone. And now we see that one side, we're unable to make a fight in 2020 because the networks, ESPN and Fox, have both said, let's have the fight in January or February. And Team Fury, Tyson Fury, said, no, I don't want that. I want to fight now. So will there be step aside money, or is it just they brush Deontay Wilder to the side? This is getting very interesting. So I want to see what Shelly Finkel and Team Wilder do next. Are they just going to let this go? Let's see what happens. Will Tyson Fury, do you believe that he'll have a fight on December 5th and it won't be Deontay Wilder? Why is it? Because they have to. Now, okay, before I go, they're saying, why is it that they can't make a fight on December 5th in the U.S.? Well, I think it has to do with the gate. In order to make up the contract that they have out there, they need at least 10 to 15,000 people at a stadium in the U.S. for the event to take place. And so without having that stadium, they'll have to either do it in January or December. And that's the issue. But in the UK, he can easily have a fight with whoever random person he wants to. Do you believe that Team Wilder will let this happen, or will Tyson Fury just get what he wants? Let me know what you think. Until next time, he ducked. It's Pedro Justice.